All right, pre-market prep at the close. Spencer, Israel, Joel, Elconin here. Joel, first question: do you have power? I guess you do.
Yeah, we
Talk to me.
did. We did it. We did it. And now we're back on the grid to experience this melt up. Spencer Israel, what are you doing to these markets?
Well, I bought a stock today, but it's not one of it's not the reason the market's up. It's not one of the stocks that are up today. But
What you buy?
I bought one of these SPACs.
You love that SPAC. Which one? Or let's full
Um,
disclosure.
no, I bought here? It's a new one. All right, GMHI is the one that I bought. This is the SPAC that is backed
Oh,
by Peter Thiel. Anyway, neither here nor there.
okay.
My point was, uh, market's hot today. Tech is hot. I mean, I don't know if you saw Roku and Netflix, but they're leading the charge here today. Salesforce, of course. So let's talk about this market here. We are inching higher again. New
Inching.
highs.
Not inching is not the word,
Not
Spencer.
inching. Okay, not inching.
All right, we had a little pause this morning, as you really can't tell by looking at the Netflix chart. But we made a little run at the pre-market low and went unchanged just for a tad. And then we started to move, took out the high from yesterday. And of course, I don't know if I saw any particular news or anything, but the tech rally got in full force. Now, people talk about like a melt up and everything. This, like the other moves that I've seen in the market have been rallies. To me, this is more symbolic of a melt up here and really getting going, taking out the old time high. Got to 34.78. We're at 34.72 and a half. That's all we can really talk about is potential resistance. Crude not getting the 2-day move here after that move yesterday, just settling back into the $43 area. Cannot seem to get away from it. But why own crude when you can own tech stocks? Gold is having a good day. Inflation everywhere. Gold up 36.20 at 1959.40. Took a while to find support just above 1900, but making a good move. Silver's the big winner, up 4.63%, 27.49. That's a buck 22 higher. Hold on to your silver coins. And Bitcoin up $180, 11,490. So pretty much a buy everything day except for maybe the banks.
Except for energy, utilities, and real estate. I guess financials too. It's funny. I looked up a couple hours ago at the TV. I saw a graphic. Energies and utilities lag is what it said. And you're really, I could have told you that graphic was from like 2013. And you wouldn't have known if I was lying or not, because really it's it's the same story all the time. Today really is not so much about tech as it is I guess what is formerly known as the communication services sector, but led by stocks like Netflix and Roku, which are both up double digits, or if not close to it.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Uh, then, or I mean percentage wise, but I mean just beast days for those two.
I thought I saw a note on somebody about
Yeah, there were some
I
notes. There was some positive commentary out on Netflix today. I think it was from City. I think, yeah.
yeah, they talked about like a $200 price target or something like that.
Yeah,
I
they
thought I saw that come across on my timeline. Well, that's all you needed. Oh, look at the quietness that you had in this thing for 5, 6 days. Holy mackerel. I got to learn to look at more charts. Made that high just under 175. Gave you what, 10, 12 days to buy it at 150 or under. And a little bit of a gap up and go here. I guess the only thing you need to keep an eye on here is the all-time high, and that was made at 169.14. How high did we get today? Today we got to 167.17. So this is the start of the move if you want to look at this from a 2-day perspective,
yeah,
because
tell me
this has
that.
been
Tell,
quiet. So
tell me that. The
yeah.
start. That's what I want to hear. The start of a new move.
Yeah, yeah, or a breakout, and we know how these breakouts could be. Netflix, is that a new all-time high for Netflix here? Let's go to the charts and take a look at Netflix. Got a high of 549.04. No, that took a little walloping after earnings, and then look at that 480 to $500 consolidation period wasn't even that much higher of an open, and there you go. So this is perhaps the first day of a 2-day move in Netflix as well. I'm just curious, I kind of don't we consider these kind of stay-at-home stocks, right? Netflix and Roku and
I,
Zoom, right? Or
I
tech, or
mean,
what's our category for them?
yeah, I mean, we did. I think we're a little past that framing now.
Okay.
That framing probably was good for March, April, May, maybe June. But I mean,
New tech.
we're in a buy most things kind of a market here. So whether you're stay at home, whether you're not stay at home, if you're tech, that if you rely on technology in any way,
Yeah, look at
shape,
American
or form.
Airlines, though. Holy mackerel. Look at
Right.
American.
So
Look at
that's the
yeah.
exception. The cruise lines are all down today. Carnival canceled some more cruises in 2021. So yeah, cruise lines, airlines, they're still in, and brick and mortar retail is still in their own bag. But if you are a software company of any kind, whether it's communication services, whether it's software as a service, enterprises like Salesforce, whether it's Amazon, anything, you're going up.
You're in, yeah,
Probably.
I tell you, and you listeners should take note here. When I see a stock up $15 and I'm saying, well, there's a potential area to buy, you should take note on that one. I was out there at 245. They laughed at me because you had this buyer here when we were on the show. It was like 244, 245. Never even got a look at that in the regular session. I think the low actually was just under 250 here. So what a monster day in Salesforce.com. Triple D, tongue in cheek, said, 300. This is part of I changed that to a daily. This is part of a 2-day move, right? Because you had the Dow Jones news yesterday, and that gave it the boost. And then
Double
what
counting.
timings with Dow Jones just the day before earnings, right? And then they come out and blast away. So quieting down a little bit here, just got under 280, but man, considering the move it had, it's just not doesn't even look like a pullback on the chart.
No. And like we said this morning, just hold on tight at least until the Dow Jones adjusts.
Facebook over $300, up $22,
Yeah,
blowing a one.
it's what's funny is so the three stocks that popped yesterday, Facebook, Shopify, and Big Commerce moved together. They're all up again today. Shopify though has come off its highs more than the other two.
Okay, I mean, it's just a little bit of a thinner stock, right? I mean, so, probably if you come to sell a piece or something, it's probably a little bit, harder to move, 5, 10, 15,000 shares, even though
Yeah,
it
sure.
trades decent volume. I saw Tesla blasted away here. No, not Tulsa, Tesla. That's having a good day as well. That exceeded to make it, yep, new all-time high for that. And I hope Triple D did not look at his computer at all today, because Neo blasted, cleared 20, got to 21. Next whole number kind of stopped it, pulling back, but there's a three-day move in NIO.
All right. What else did we talk about this morning? We talked Salesforce. We actually didn't cover. Oh, we talked Dix. Oh man, I don't know if you looked at that today.
Yeah, it bounced around pretty good. I saw it. It wasn't like a heatless trade unless you came in overnight.
But if
Let's
you look at what like 10 o'clock onward, I mean, just
Yeah, Yeah, there's always those little bit of shakeouts, near the open. Let's drill down on the 15-minute on this one. See where we opened up at. We opened up high. You opened up at 53.90, and then you came in. So those trades are a little bit tougher. Yeah, you opened up 53.90, you went down to 50.47, and you came back. That's a little bit tougher trade than you would have with the CRM or the Roku.
And let's go over to the chat, cover a few tickers. Let me see here.
The chat, man, they should just be rolling in with the. I mean, they all must be making so much money today. They should just be rolling in with the tips today, right? Everyone's getting rich today. As the S&Ps are probably hit 3,500 tomorrow. All right, what do you got for me?
I know. Hey,
James Santangelo, he must own Microsoft. He asks for Microsoft all the time, and we're gonna give James Microsoft. I told you, email me, James, and I would give you some levels so we wouldn't have to do this every day. Gap and go. Boy, oh boy, that's a little tough. You gapped above the all-time high. Oh man, I don't know what to tell you, James. Where you're at? You're trading just off 222.09. I'll just say, Microsoft before it turns, or even has any kind of pullback, they'll give you like one or two highs in the same area. Here, they made the all-time high, then had 3 or 4 highs in the same area before it pulled back. So just wait for that. Today is definitely no sign that it's a single top in there. But there you go. Just look for, 1 or 2 highs in the same area. But Mr. Softy trading new all-time high as well.
what about Amarin? AMRN. I saw that in the chat. Did that have news today? I didn't see anything, but I may.
That is before I look at the chart.
Ooh, okay, 5%.
Yeah, that's a perennial pig. I mean, look at this thing. It had a long trading range. Actually, I wrote about this thing and had a move. And I remember looking, I said, well, if it ever breaks down out of that $14 trading range, and it did that, boy, did that get lit up in March, right? That was COVID. Well, yeah, it's coiling up here. I don't know if you're good at trading lower price stocks here. It's coiling up on the monthly for sure. Had a big day. I think you might get the bots interested here if you can clear 740. And the reason I say that is this high was just under 740. This high was just under 740. This high was just under 742. So I think the algos will pick up on this one once it clears 740.
All right. Well, a lot of tickers coming down in the chat now. Let's see.
OSTK.
Is that one that was in there? We haven't looked at Overstock or Rocket.
God, what is it? 190? Oh, no. This would be like, okay, you made the all-time high. You put 3, 4 highs into the same area. Sell off yesterday and rally. I mean, if you're lean, you can lean on that low from yesterday. I don't like it's down today in such a great tape. But I would just lean on that low from yesterday. This is called 108, 107.76 was your high or low. Yeah, 3 lows at the 108 area. That's what I would keep an eye on. Swing trade here, you could be taking a little heat if it breaches 108. Maybe get to that magical $100 level, but big level for that to hold 108.
All right, FMCI. This is a SPAC, and this one offers like a lesson in trading SPACs because the all-time high there from when was that, like mid-June, that was off a report that they were merging with a plant-based meat company or some sort of food company. So everybody naturally assumed Impossible Foods, but that ended up not being the case. They ended up merging with a company called Tattooed Chef. Not an indictment of them, but it's not Impossible Foods, and so that's sort of that's the lesson in trading these off of rumors, because until they announce it, you don't really know who they're going to merge with. And
yeah, this is a little bit tougher chart to analyze for me because you made that high right today at 1874, but you're closer to the lower of the day than the high of the day. So, and not super volume. So this one, yes, the high is important. This high is important too. But I just don't like that. This is probably going to be a little bit lower volume day, and it's trading closer to its low of the day than the high of the day.
In case you were wondering, Joel, wait, actually, I don't remember. Was your bet with Dennis, was that on a closing
Oh,
basis?
I don't want to talk about no. I don't want to talk
All
about
right,
that.
all right, all right, all right.
I know. He
Moving on,
got me. He
moving
got he got me. It went through it by a little bit. Oh, it just made it 87.72. And what
that's why I asked if it was like a closing.
no, he got me.
All right.
87.20. You know what? But I've gotten him on several times like that. He made a good call on it. He'll be complaining about his spread tomorrow. It's now done on the session. But yeah,
Was it in the pre-market chat who suggested just do Uber Eats? Send him an Uber Eats, Joel.
well, you didn't see my you didn't see what I tweeted. He tweeted, "I'm hungry," and
That's true.
I said I'm at the border with the ham salad sandwich I picked up at the gas station,
Okay, they're perfect.
and he told me to tell them that what is it? Essential travel is what he told them. Nope, he got me on that one.
All right.
I was on the bearish end. He was on the bullish end.
Ooh, Joel, what about the cues here? Well, we don't often look at the cues too much on this show. I mean,
Should.
there's nothing to say about it other than the fact that it's at an all-time high. And I mean, I don't know how you
Hasn't quite
can't.
dubbed. Yeah. I I mean, if you had to have any kind of like possible like bearish inclination on this one,
I,
which is probably not a very
I
good
don't
idea.
I don't know. Even if you are bearish, I don't know how you trade that right now.
There's a trend line for you. There you go.
Wait,
Except it should
share your
be up.
chart. Share your
It
chart
should.
so we can see.
Oh, wait, let me get it right. That would help if I shared my chart, right? I just went off so we could. Here you go. Here's my trend line for you. I mean, and folks, I mean, I'm stretching here, but there's a nice trend line coming off that mid-month low, kind of straight up. So if you have to look for a possible reason to exit, maybe use that trend line, and then conversely, nice little upward channel here. Maybe you pierce the top end of that channel and then come back down through it. Let's see if I can actually get two trend lines on the same chart. That would be a feat that has not been accomplished yet on the pre-market prep
It,
show.
this monthly chart on the QQQ is both an argument almost for and also just about the challenges of
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, there
yeah,
goes my channel. It's
yeah.
breaking out of the top of the channel. There you
There
go,
we go.
folks. Higher tomorrow, but yep, finishing off just off the highs this session. Maybe we got one more. Want to get one more or two in?
Yeah, sure. Let's do back to the chat. I don't know if I know this one. LI.
L
Oh,
I
what is that? Like that's a recent IPO.
L I. Is it a real stock or is it a penny
Yeah,
stock?
but it looks like a recent IPO. Looks like oh man, okay. Another Chinese electric car.
Oh,
Okay.
that's all you need to say.
Oh,
Here, let me get my buy order in before the close. Full disclosure, I'm not buying it. So what is this? Li Auto, a Chinese. Well, chat. I wish you would have told me this about this one yesterday. Uh, how can you make a technical comment on this? I'm just glad I'm not shorted. Keep an eye on the high, from today. That's the all-time high. This is a new stock. I'm surprised this one hasn't come out. They actually produce cars, says Gary Morgan.
okay. There we go. I don't know about the overall market, but I feel pretty confident saying that we are in a bubble when it comes to electric vehicle stocks, but who knows how long that bubble could go on for. So that's I'll leave my comments at that. We are about to close here. 3, 2, 1, 4 o'clock. That's it for us here, Joel. Any final thoughts?
No, great day in the market. And as I said, the other days have been incremental moves up. This is more of a melt up. And we'll see if that continues tomorrow. Tune in at 8 a.m. and
All right.
we'll go over it with you.
That's a wrap. Hit that like button. We appreciate, and I'm keeping track of all the likes in my spreadsheet so I know what days are good. I want today to be a good day. Please remember all the information from our show is meant to be used as informational purposes and not for investing or trading advice. We'll be back tomorrow morning, everyone. Have a great rest of your day and stay safe.
Okay.